I love it so far. I think we've been really emphasizing kind of taking that step from last year. We were really new into the defense. Everybody was, but we're trying to go from kind of novices. I feel like by the end of the year, we were kind of in that intermediate phase where we were sort of understanding things, but there were still some pieces that we had to get. And now we're in the spring. I feel like we're becoming experts right now on basically the scheme, but also the technique that goes to match it as well. So that's really been our focus, and I feel like we've done an excellent job with it so far. We have a couple new things that we've been putting in, but the guys have done a really good job with it so far, and we're just going to continue through the end. And like I said, trying to become experts on the defense and with our technique. Absolutely, it's huge. And that I don't want to say it was a blessing in any way that Sage went down, because obviously he's been a phenomenal player for us. He's been one of the best players we've had in Keiser history, but it was a blessing in a sense that those guys got a chance to step up and we could see what they were doing. So, he would have had that role throughout the year. Maybe Trey Lubin doesn't get in as much, maybe Kensley Johnson or Daryl Livingston, those type of guys that got a lot of playing time after that. Maybe they're not in there as much. But now they're going to be called on quite a bit this year. So it is a blessing in that sense that those guys are going to be ready for that moment, and we don't have to wait and see okay, when those lights turn on, how are they going to react? Because they've had that chance in big games, going from Lindenwood when Sage got hurt in that game, all the way up through the playoff run and everything like that in the national championship. We're only going to have one guy that was playing in the national championship as a starter that's not returning in the group. So that's really, really a huge benefit for us. And like I said, Sage going down, it was really tough for us, but those guys kind of rallied around him, and he really supported those younger guys, saying, hey, you're the next person in line. And now that they're taking control and taking the reins, so it's exciting to see that. And obviously spring's been big for that process as well. That's tough. It's really, it's taxing mentally, because it's one of those things where a lot of other positions, when you get exposed, it's not necessarily as open and obvious to every single person. We're in situations, I can think back to the St. Thomas game or the Bethel game where, we're giving up a big explosive play and everybody in the stadium knows who it was that gave up that play and what exactly happened, where maybe if you're on the D-line or the O-line or some other position like that, people don't see it as obviously and know exactly what happened. So you have to have a lot of, I kind of call it the goldfish mentality. You got to be able to put things behind you really quickly and be able to play the next play. And then also you got to have confidence that, yeah, might have had a bad play on the last one, but I trust my technique, I trust my coaching, I know what I'm doing, I'm a player that's capable of getting this done, and you got to be able to come back very quickly on the next play and bounce back and make an elite play. I think both of our corners, Trey Lubin and Kensley Johnson, they've really been bright spots for us. The offense has been really frustrated trying to deal with those two guys, because they've really covered everybody. Their technique is becoming really, really sound, really solid. They're developing that mentality that we just talked about, where they're easily able to flush a bad play away, but they have that confidence to come back in the next time, or whoever it is that's across from them, whether it be a smaller, speedier receiver or a bigger, tall kind of possession guy who can go up and get it, they feel like they have the skills and the ability to go up and match those guys regardless of who it is. So right now we've pretty much gotten everything in that we wanted to install, and a lot of it was things that we had last year. And really there's a couple changes that we've made scheme-wise, added in some different looks and different things like that, that kind of layer the defense a little bit. We're just showing some different presentations and stuff like that. So getting good at those little details and just kind of finishing off the scheme that Coach Owens has developed for us and kind of built on top of what we did last year. We just have that little small piece to go at the top, but I think that's going to be kind of the cherry on top of everything for us, where it kind of cleans everything out for us and gives us that complete defense. And I think in the next week or two we're going to be able to get that done, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like when it's all completed.